video and walking. Good morning, everybody. Another random thoughts video. It's Black History Month, so being that it's Black History Month, and I had to read about Booker T. Washington and his dream to get education, even started his own school in a stable, and that just got me thinking about, like, why is it that our people, for to have an education, to be able to read, they used to sneak to read and to learn something, because they were deprived of an education. But now, years later, there's students, kids of all colors, skipping school, parents keeping them home. Like, they're basically taking education for granted. And I'm here having a conversation, and I'm saying that I don't, like, well, it's gonna go with reading isn't necessarily a hobby for me. Writing is, but to read is to feed. So I was just thinking that if my ancestors had to fight to be able to do this, then I'm not going to take it for granted, because a lot of us is just taking stuff for granted. It's raining, so I'm going to put my phone away, but I'm just saying, today we're taking a lot of things for granted. A lot of things. We're taking family to get for granted. Our ancestors didn't know where they came from. Like, there was like so much damage to the tree. Self-identity and identity, they were like deprived of that. They were taken away from where they came from. So, and that being said, that we should also be thankful for our family. We should be thankful that we were able to get an education. We should be thankful that we have food and our bellies, our roof over our head. We live, like our ancestors, and during those times lived in poor conditions. Excuse me. I'm thinking of my nose. They lived in poor living conditions. They worked for very little wages. There's so much more that I have to say right now, but just think about those things. Education. We have a roof overhead, our head. We have food in our bellies. We don't have to sneak and steal for those things. I know there are people out there who do not have a home. I'm not taking away that. I know that there's still homeless people out there that don't have a roof over their head, and they're still looking for food. But there are programs out there. I doubt there were as much programs out there, or any programs at that time, during those segregated and slavery times, especially for black people or colored people, like that, as they called us a whole lot worse. But Booker T. Washington's dream was to have an education. He had a hunger for learning. And I'm like, I can't help but to say what happened over the years. Ask what happened over the years. Like, it's crazy. And I have the same, somewhat the same thing when it comes to people sitting on the back of the bus, but I'm not gonna go there right now because let me briefly go there, because Rosa Parks vote for us to sit in the front of the bus, and we just move on to the back. So that's brief on that. But I'm not gonna take up any much of your time anymore. But happy Black History Month. There'll be other videos regarding Black History Month. So yeah, remember where you come from. Don't take stuff for granted. Remember where you come from. Remember where our people came from. Peace. I'm out.